Barcelona beating Inter Milan by 2-1. They were 1-0 down at half-time. A bracelet from Luis Suarez saw Valverde's side get their first win of the Champions League campaign. This really was your game of two halves, wasn't it, Craig? First half, all Inter. They've been disappointed to only got one. And the second half, Barca got a lot better.
Yeah, Inter were always dangerous in the first half, particularly on the break, and squandered some good opportunities. But, you know, two great performances, Messi and Suarez combining, two quality players. Everything Valverde needs just to take the pressure off.
Yeah.
He got it from his big stars in the second half. They were excellent in the second half. And I dare say, they possibly look better when Griezmann goes off, because he's not natural out there. And he isn't going to play, we keep saying it, he isn't going to play before Suarez in that central position.
A lot of questions about Suarez so far this season. Boy, he answered them in some style in that second half.
Well, he did. Listen, we all know he's got quality. We all know he can finish when he's sharp. And he showed that in the first goal particularly. But as far as cohesion's concerned with the front players, there's absolutely nothing there. And as Craig said, I agree 100%. When Griezmann went off and Dembele came on, there looked to be more movement and it looked to be sharper.
You look at Barcelona, and what they have to be very careful with is that the result doesn't mask the real issues for this team. And when you consider that in the first half, a big save for Ter Stegen on a header by Lautaro Martinez keeps it at 1-0, and it could have and should have been more than that. Every time that Inter decided to commit a couple of numbers forward, it was code red in that back line for Barcelona. I mean, it's all alarms going. Nobody really knowing exactly what the roles are. Maybe they get behind the ball, but they just ball watching and nobody paying attention to the runs in behind. Defensively, Barcelona gets all over the place. And a couple of changes that did make a difference. So, yes, Dembele came on the left-hand side for Griezmann, and they just alluded to it. And to be quite honest with you, it is very clear, even if Dembele is not at his best, even if he's sometimes a little bit of a guy who you don't know exactly what you're going to get from him, at least you know that he's going to get after a defender. At least you know that he's going to push the tempo a little bit. He may create something, he may not. But what you know for certain right now with Antoine Griezmann is that he's not doing anything. The other change that is big for the structure of Barcelona is that in the second half, Valverde decided to take out Sergio Busquets and then drove Frankie de Jong into more of a central position and Arturo Vidal to provide a little bit more energy out of the midfield and give a little bit of something extra that they were not having. With Sergio Busquets, you get a lot of possession, and you get sometimes that possession is very patient, it's very deliberate. But when you need to be a little bit more vertical, it's not quite there without Busquets on the field, because he doesn't give you that. He gives you other things, but he doesn't give you verticality. And so Arturo Vidal, his line of confrontation was forward, Frankie de Jong took the central role, and Barcelona was much better. Having said all that, they're fortunate to win this game at home 2-1. And it comes down to Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and the quality that they can provide in specific moments of the game.
A lot of teams in a lot of the big contenders in the Champions League have all got a kind of similar issue at the moment, and that is, and I know we're going to get to Liverpool, is you look at Bayern Munich and the great result, but you look at the Achilles heel, the back line. Real Madrid's the same. Barcelona is the same. Atletico Madrid have changed the back line this year, so we don't really know what we're going to get. And it's all the kind of same...
City, of course, with the problems.
City with their problems. It's all kind of the same theme. They are so heavily loaded. We know Liverpool have a great defence, but they've kind of switched off now and again at key times. However, it's an Achilles heel for a lot of the other teams. That they're so good going forward, but they're very fallible at the back.
Which is the better goal? Two brilliant ones from Suarez, the volley and then, of course, the touch outside.
I like the second one.
Just to sit and watch the second one.
Right. Just technically, just explain how difficult that is.
Well, I'll tell you, there was two parts to it. The pass from Messi was absolute perfect. You talk about weight of pass, because the pass had to be perfectly weighted, because Godin, defensively, I thought was in a good position.
Right.
It enticed him out a little bit, and because it's going at pace, when Suarez takes that first touch towards goal, again, it has to be perfect as well. And it's two touches. One to get in, and the second one to put it in the back of the net. I mean, there's two parts to it, which were fantastic. But I think the first one's more important.
Right.
Because up until
But
then,
technically, the second one is harder.
Technically, the second one.
His first touch in the second one, you have to... If it gets...
Perfect.
The thing is, he's already worked it out. As soon as the weight is on the pass from Messi, this is how quick these players think. He's not making that decision until Messi plays the pass.
Sure.
Because he doesn't know about the pace in the ball. If it's not pacey enough, Godin comes out there, he's got to make a different decision. So he's making that decision within the time frame of it leaving his foot. So quick these guys operate at that level. Then once he's made the decision because the pace is on the pass, as Stevie said, if he takes too soft a touch, he's got to take another one. And that might allow a defender to come in. If he touches it too far, keeper might come out and smother it. So everything he did about that was just first class, from the skill to the thinking.
I'll take that goal back to the run of Lionel Messi, which is encouraging side for Barcelona fans. When you see Messi parked out on the right-hand side, and then you see the change of pace, and you see him cutting inside and leaving people behind, that's what you want to see from Lionel Messi that you haven't seen early on in the season. Well, partly because he hasn't been on the field, but even when he has been on the field, it's been a little rusty. It's been a little slower to react to certain things. Today, in key moments, you saw that change of pace, got his head up, great ball to Luis Suarez, and then the finish by Luis Suarez was perfect.
Is Griezmann going to turn into Coutinho?
It's a fair question.
He has already, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What, he's going to move to Bayern?
Seems to have.
And play well?
It's a fair question to ask. Because
Is he going to be all right?
But here's the thing. When Messi was injured early on in the season, and there was a game, I think it was against Betis, where you saw Griezmann playing in the freedom and with that roll underneath, and he could go anywhere, and he could go up top, and he could drop off, and he could go to the side. He looked wonderful. It's like, wow, well, this could be Griezmann's team. No, it's not. No, this is Messi's team. And so now he has to adjust. And it's not easy. It wasn't easy for Alexis Sanchez. It wasn't easy for Neymar, though it eventually worked out. It wasn't easy for Coutinho. That didn't work out, and Griezmann is looking more like Coutinho than Neymar right now.
Yeah.
He's already come out. Griezmann said he's not quite happy on the left.
Well, good luck.
So what did he think was going to happen when you go to Barcelona when Suarez and Messi are there?
Yeah.
Where did he think he was going to be playing?
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.